Okay, IED kids, we're going to do a little bit of drawing here, and I've got a few things I want to show you. Something called a fillet, a little more with the dimensioning tool, extruding to next, which means you can extrude in two different directions. And the last one will be a loft. The loft is for problem number 7 on worksheet 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to make a little drawing here. Now, for some reason, I don't know, most people, when they click on a plane, it turns. Mine doesn't. I'm not sure exactly why that doesn't work that way. But I'm just going to make a rectangle that's, say, 1 high and just make it 4 wide. Go ahead and close that. Turn it sideways so I can see the extrusion. And we're going to extrude it 4. So you got a base right here. Okay. And then on the top, I'm going to go ahead and make a rectangle. Actually, a square. So click it here. Now, I don't care where I put it for right now, but I'm just going to make a 1 by 2 square. Now comes the dimensioning tool. So up here, right underneath the word sheet metal, is a sketch dimension. So I'm going to click on that. Kind of looks like a H, looks like a football goalpost. And then I'm going to click on the side of the square and the side of my box. And I'm going to bring it up so I can actually see what it is. Looks like it's about 1.148. Okay, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to make it 1. Now that should center it so that the other side is also 1. Now if I wanted to, I could click here, click on the right-hand side of the box and go up, and it is 1. Now if I click and actually accept it, it will over-dimension it. Okay, so I'm just going to press Escape. Finish my sketch. And then I'm going to shrink it a little bit so we can see the extrusion. And I'm going to say, let's extrude it, I don't know, 4. Okay. Now, to do a fillet, it's this little thing up here that's got the rounded knot. It's not a fillet, it's called a fillet. So basically what you're doing is if I click on this edge right here, and then I click on fillet, I can fill that edge. And you can take the arrow and move it, okay? You can see what happens. It can't go any further than what it is right there. But you can make it whatever you want. I'm going to have it come to the very edge so it looks like a nice fillet. Okay. So right now it says it's 0.75. I'm going to make it 1. Okay. Notice it comes to the very edge. And then I'm going to press Enter for OK. That's called a fillet. So you kind of filled in the corner and you made it round like that. Okay. I could do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn it, rotate it around so I see that inside edge right there. Click on it, click on the fillet, and I'm just going to type in a 1. Boom. I prefer to do that because then I have control numerically and not just leave it up to my shaky hand to make sure it's exactly 1 there. Okay. So that's how you do a fillet. It's called a fillet when you're on the outside. You do the same thing. You round off that corner. So I could grab it and see how you can make it however you want. Okay. Again, I'm going to make it 1. Type in 1 and enter. There it is. And I'm going to do the same thing on this front side. And I'm going to change it to 1. There you go. So now you've got nice rounded corners on here. You got sharp corners back here, but nice rounded ones here. So that was both the fillet and the dimensioning tool. Okay. Now I'm going to put a sketch on the front here. I'm going to rotate my cube so I'm looking at it head on. And I'm going to create a little 1 by 1 square on top of that. So 1, tab 1, enter. And if I turn it sideways, you can see my plane right there that I just drew that 1 by 1. Okay, finish sketch. Then I'm going to come up to extrude. Now over here, there's a direction. You can go one side, which is what we've normally been doing. You can go 2 sides, and you can go symmetric. Symmetric means you're going to go 2-sided in both directions, but they're both going to be the same. I'm going to click 2 sides. Okay, so side 1, it's going to be a distance. So I'm going to put it right there. So the first distance right now is I'm going to make it 1. I'm going to have it stick out 1 inch. Okay. And you can see the arrow move down there. And let me move there we go. Okay. Now side 2, I'm going to say to object. So my other side's going to go all the way to the object on there. And what object do I want it to go to? That one right there. So I clicked on select object. There you go. And if I click on OK, not print, but click on OK, there's my square. Okay, we've just extruded it 2 ways. One was a distance that came out forward 1 inch. One was to neck, so it's going to go all the way until it hits something. Okay, it's kind of helpful to be able to do that if you would like. Okay, so we've got loft, fillet, dimensioning tool, and extrude to next. Okay, now I'm going to make a new design here and start over with another drawing for the next one, which is a loft. So I'm going to make, 2x4 rectangle. It really doesn't matter. So 2, tab, 4, enter, boom, there it is. Turn it sideways, close it, and I'm going to extrude it 4. There we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is make a loft, which is a cut out of here. So I'm going to, on the front here, I'm going to choose the front side, and I'm going to draw myself a triangle. So I'm going to come to my line. Okay. Let me see if I can get it a little bit bigger so it's easier for me to see. I'm going to click at the top. I'm going to click down here someplace. Okay. Come back up to the top again. And then for kicks and giggles, I always make it a closed figure. Does it have to be? Not if you're on the very top there. But you can see I've got it closed. Now I can go in and dimension where that point needs to be. So I'm going to click on that point. I'm going to click on the bottom. I'm going to pull it out so I can read what it says. 0.0972. I'm going to click, and I'm going to make it 1 inch. So we were pretty close before. Okay. If I messed up, I could click on it, double click on it, and make it maybe 0.5 inch. It'll be closer to the bottom then. And I'm going to dimension that from left to right also. So click on the center, click that one. I'm going to put it exactly in the center at 2. There it is. Okay. Finish my sketch. Turn it to rotate it. Now I'm going to do another triangle on the back side. So I'm going to rotate it around. Click on the back side. I want to be flush back so I can see only that side. And again, I'm going to draw another line on there for a triangle. And this one's going to be a little bit skinnier. So we'll go there, there, maybe back up to here. And then I'm going to go from there back to the center, back to the first point again. So it's a simple closed figure. Finish the sketch. I'm going to wing it around. Okay. So now a loft will connect this triangle with this triangle in the back here and then cut it away. So under create, there's a loft, which is right here, and you can see what it's going to do. I'm going to click on that. Off to the side here, you can see what's going on. I'm going to click on this triangle. Then I'm going to rotate it around. I'm going to click on this triangle. So what it's saying, it's going to loft between those two things. Okay. Then press enter or OK. Did I click on it? Oops, there we go. And then go OK or enter. Well, it's not working very good. Let's escape out of there and let's try it again. Okay, so let's go to that, loft, click on the first triangle, rotate it around. So again, I got my loft too high, rotate it around to the back triangle right there. There you go. You kind of see what it's going to look like. Now, if I press enter, it will do it for me, and let me see what it looks like. There you go. So a loft will connect two figures through it. If I were to go back and look at that loft again, and let me move it so you can see it. Right here, it says the operation is to cut. You can change that to a join if you wanted to make something stick out. I wanted to cut something here. Number 7, you cut something. So that's why I chose cut in the operation there. And there you have it. You have a loft made between your 2 points there. Click OK. All done. So that's what it looks like. So number 7 on worksheet 2 is very similar to this. That's how you do a loft. So, okay, that's all I have. Let's see if I can get out of here now.